Welcome back to Never Ending Cars, taking that never ending ride. We got this trunk seal in from Rock Auto for about 20 bucks plus shipping. And that's going to cure a big problem for me that I was having driving this the last time. I think it was episode 11, season 1. And yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, got a new trunk seal. Didn't even know Rock Auto even offered that stuff. I got that tip from a guy on Facebook. So appreciate that tip. You're the man. But yeah, let's take a look at this thing because, man, this thing is long. 20 bucks and got like 20 feet of this stuff. I mean, look how long that thing is. And if you actually stretch it all the way out, it like damn near goes to the end of the car. So let's grab a little bit of light for this subject here. Head to the back because we're looking at the trunk seal here. So I'm just gonna hang this puppy up right there. Yeah. So just looking at that, looks like the flatter edge of it is on the inside. There's kind of a curve on the end there. So if we look at that a little bit closer over here, you can kind of see it kind of leans over on the top over there, but this side is flat. So yeah, looking at all this, it basically should just pull right off of there. I mean, ours is torn in a few places, but the one thing that every car I've owned, you got that where they end up, I think they just end up cutting that and it shrinks. And so with it shrinking, you end up with this 4, 5, 6 inch gap. Doesn't really suck in a whole lot of water or anything. I've never really noticed a bunch of leaking or nothing like that, but it's kind of annoying. So I don't know how much longer I can cut it to where when it does shrink, it'll actually start to fit right. I'm try and make it where there's some extra, but I don't know, hard to do. But yeah, I mean, we just pull this thing off of here. Get that off. I mean, I don't know how many feet we need, but man, that seems like it was a lot of footage that they sent us there. So let me see about getting this off of here. Throw it over the side. I noticed with the new one, there's like a metal, very fine metal like rod in there or whatever. So I guess we have to cut through that too when we do cut it. But I'm going to spread this out on the floor and see how long this baby is and see how far it'll go. Because maybe we need all of it. I don't know. Just seems like a lot. So let's spread this out, see where we're at. It might be just as long as the other one. I don't know. I mean, if I put that about near the rear there, I mean, there's some extra footage there. So yeah, let's take this new one and throw it on there and just see how this goes. I'll throw you on my box of other stuff here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Golly, there's so much here. It's a lot softer to deal with. Like I say, this is what it looks like from the edge, and there's that little wire in there. So looks like to me I either start over here and work my way around. So this is this side. See, I mean, hopefully I can just cut some extra on there. I hope. That way if it does shrink, then at least I've got some extra. I don't know. Trying to squish it together. I'm going to try not to stretch it as I put that on there. Boy, that's fitting nice though. Oh. This is definitely a good seal, it looks like. I'm sure some of you guys out there have used it already and already know, but hey, this is my first time of ever replacing this. In all the years that I've had 10 of these, I've never replaced this. They're either in good shape still, or I just never got around to it. Didn't even really, like I said, didn't really even know they still made it. I just kind of lived with what I had. So, looks like I'm going to pull this through and throw it over the trunk. There. Get over there. Throw this puppy on there. Some of these joints, boy, it's kind of thick. I'm trying to fit that over, but that makes it. Straighten that out a little bit. Untwist it. Yeah, one of these days I'm supposed to go through and show you all the ones I had before. Like I said, this is number 10. I've had quite a few of them, but I had one that I went through wholeheartedly. I went through the whole thing and rebuilt that car tip to tail. And I'll have to get you some pictures of all that on one of my other videos. And I am kind of pulling on it this direction as I'm applying it to just get as much, a centimeter or two each pull to try and get that extra in there. In case over the next year or two, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, I don't know how long it takes, but at least try and get a couple more centimeters each time to leave some room for shrinkage as we go along here. Slip it over the overlap. That's kind of got to kind of work it a little bit. Looks like it's going. Let's bring this over. Put it about where it's going to go. I'm literally pushing the opposite direction that I'm applying it, so if that makes any sense. A little bit of a wrinkle there. Might pull that wrinkle out. Let's pull that wrinkle out. I don't need that right there. There we go. That's better. Push, 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 push. So about the same, a little shorter, but I'd say it's about the same. But man, that looks so much better. Boy, that thing is just so soft and fresh. Love it. Can't wait to do door seals if I can find them. I'm sure they make them. At least I hope they do, because I need them. Make sure we're all the way on, all the way around. There we are. A little bit of a wrinkle there. Let's pull that wrinkle out. Let's give it a little stretch right there. Don't need the wrinkles. All right. You're basically there. Now, just a matter of how do we want to cut it. So, we've got it at the end now. We've got how much we want on the end. Just have to get through this metal piece. Come on. There we go. And let's get this on there. Finish this baby off. All right. The end is always hard to make perfect, but perfect isn't in our vocabulary. Show you where we're at. This is the new one. Well, I wish I had this light when I did it earlier, but hey, it is what it is. So I'll do better on lighting. First it was camera problems, then it was sound when I first started doing things, and then now it's lighting. Lighting is important, but I got that seam, you know, pretty good. Kind of get it in the right spot there. It actually lines up pretty well, so not too shabby. But now I just have to work on adjusting that trunk. Yeah, got to adjust the trunk so we can actually close this thing. So I have to see what it takes to do that, because it looks like it's about a 1/2 inch. So let's grab some tools and see how that goes. So yeah, we're just taking a little look on how things are right here. We're just gonna, oh, it's not a 1/2 inch. Let's call it a 7/16 because that sure feels better. This has a little bit of an angle to it, so we're gonna try and keep that. The factory didn't play many games putting that on there, did they? Hopefully we have enough room to raise it just a little bit, like that. Now let's see what that does. I mean, maybe you guys can see better than me. Well, I'm trying to do, these are all, this is all dented up and bent up. So I've just been working on trying to get these to where they're just straight, the little nut certs that are in there. Try and get those straight to where maybe they're a little more solid, because once you tighten that thing in, it just wiggled. I actually think I might put some washers behind it as well. So let's find those. Because they'll just seat a little bit better with some washers behind it. If I have any that are about the right size. There's one, there's two. And this thing actually was about as high as it could go. So this may be quite the adventure when it comes down to it. Okay. So kind of helps to not pull those through there. Get it on the highest setting now. A little bit of crook to it. Now that we got everything in line and straight with each other, because those nut certs were like leaning all kinds of different directions, being smashed right here. But now with those washers on there, I can actually tighten these up pretty good. But still has a little bit of a wiggle, but that's as high as it's going to go. So let's see if that did anything at all. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Well, we got it to seal. Look at that, a little bit of a difference there. I may put a bracket around that later just to solidify that because it's still Uncle Wiggly. But let's see if it shuts again. Well, it shuts. So what we're going to do, I'm all talking louder like you can't hear me. The microphone is on my hat. So for now, let's show you what it looks like from the outside. Now the trunk is up on both sides. So what we're going to do about that is nothing. For now, we're going to let that settle in, let the heat get to it, settle in, and we'll eventually start lowering it down. Give it a week or two while we're out in the sun. Give it another week or two, lower it some more, get some more sun, and eventually that whole thing will come down. But for right now, I can like lean on this thing and it doesn't squeak. Like it's there, like it's sealed. So we're going to let that sink in, so to speak, and then adjust more later. So I say I call that a win so far. Didn't know we had some damage in the trunk there. Must have dropped something at some point, prior owner. And then this thing just nice and snug. As far as trying to turn the key and get this thing set up, you know, like I say, there's things just a little bit wiggly. See what I mean? And that's because they're on nut certs instead of actual nuts. So we may even do some different things to get up in there and put some washers on the other side, things like that. But for now, call that a win. So just when you think it's something simple, it never is. Never. 100% of the time. There's always something. But I'll tell you what, we got it. So we'll test it out as we go on. Maybe do little updates on it. But just a trunk seal. But you know what? Thanks for joining me on this pit stop. We call this one complete. Thanks for joining Never Ending Cars, taking that never ending ride. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you like what you saw, click like, subscribe, and comment.